Hello, happy new vlog. I don't know what day it is for you. I'm so sorry. I don't know when this will go out because this is going to be a big project. Um, as I'm working on like my continuous journey of clearing my yarn space, like we did the yarn corner, we went through all my inventory, got photos of it, put it up on my website, and I'm looking at all the yarn that I need to organize that's in bins and that's not here. A lot of it is acrylic yarn and it's just like overwhelming and taking over my life. And I've just decided that the fastest way to use it up is to make hexagon cardigans because they're quick, they're mindless, they use a lot of yarn. So I have been freehanding hexagon cardigans basically since I started learning how to crochet. It was like one of the first things I learned because I thought it was the coolest thing. But I actually bought PassioKnit Kelsie's pattern. She has a free tutorial on YouTube, and I have used hers before because I like the way she connects her shoulders and stuff. But I actually bought her pattern so that I can not have to figure out my own math for the sizing. So it's supporting a business and making it easy for me to do sizing, and that way I can like maximize my yarn. So I found this Karen 1 pound skein in my stash, and I'm pretty sure it was completely untouched, maybe just a little bit taken from it for something else. And I made 1/2 of a size small from her pattern. There you go. Besides the cuff, and there'll have to be a middle back section. But I used this to start my weight measurements so that I can estimate how much each size is going to weigh, and then I can try to use as much yarn as possible. So I was right in my guess in my head that a 1 pound carrot cake should make a size small that's cropped. I won't add any length. And then the cuffs and the binding, like the border, the cuffs and the border will probably be a different color. I don't think I'll have enough to do cuffs and border, but that's fine because those can be a darker purple accent or pink accent color. So I'm working on the other half, and that's what we're going to be working on in this vlog, is just hexagon cardigans. So I think what I'll do is I'll go, after I finish this small, I will go look at like a lot of some of my bigger skeins, or some of the skeins that I think will work together, and start weighing them to see what size I can make after that. So especially after this one is like fully complete and I know how much I need for the cuffs and the border, then I'll be able to have a better guess of how much yarn I actually need. So we are halfway, a little less than halfway done with this one, and we are just going to keep going. I love having really easy projects to work on while I listen to my audiobook, watch TV, I'm in the car, hanging out with family. I worked on this while I was at the park today with the kids, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to use up as much yarn as possible in the next like week-ish. 7 to 10 days, I think. Okay, so I finished both halves of the small cardigan. We're just going to leave it cropped, and I only have this much of that 1 pound left, so I don't think it's going to be enough for the 6 rows in the back to connect the back of it. So I'm just going to do all of that in this purple that I found, that I have. This is Loops and Threads, and the color is Periwinkle. It's probably hard to see like in this light since it's nighttime, but it is just like a shade darker in real life. So I'm going to work on the cuffs and connecting the back and stuff, and then we'll see how much yarn this took in total to make. Yeah, but the small works up really fast. I'm used to making stuff for my body, which is generally like an XL to a 2X in most pattern sizes, so that was cool. Yeah, let's get to work. Okay, I don't think I showed you guys last night that I did get this all done, and I actually tied in all my ends except for the ends on my sleeves, because I have to do my cuffs, so those are going to get woven in when I do my cuffs. So I did the back, middle in that darker color, and then I did my three rows of single crochet border in the darker color. The cuffs are going to be in the darker color, and I really like it. I think it's looking really cute. I'm proud of myself for tying in my ends last night and getting them done. So I'm gonna work on the cuffs while I edit some YouTube videos. I just looked at Kelsie's pattern, and she does her ribbing a little bit different that I have done traditionally, so I'm going to try it her way. She is a professional after all. She's been doing this much longer than I have. So I'm going to try it her way and see if I like it. Get the cuffs done. I don't have a 4.5mm hook, so I usually just use a 4, and I think that'll still be fine. I also started another one today that I'll do in medium and see if my estimates for yarn usage is correct. This is a Red Heart ombre, one of these ombre ones. And so I have, this is a full 10-ounce skein, and then this one was a little bit used. So I think I have about 15-ish, 16-ish ounces. So I'm hoping I have enough to finish the 2 halves, like I did this one. And then we can pick a contrasting color or a good matching color for like the cuffs and stuff. If all else fails, I know that I can order this on Amazon, so I can always get more. And I'm thinking I might work on this instead of the cuffs, because this is more mindless while I'm editing. We'll see. Maybe I'll go back and forth a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, that's what we're up to tonight. More hexagon cardigans. But we're going to be editing. That's the nice thing about these, is I can do these very easily while editing videos. It's kind of hard to make plushies most of the time while editing, because I have to really pay attention to what I'm doing with plushies. But enough rambling. Let's get to work. I'm waiting for my YouTube videos to upload. I got them all edited. I think I'll probably do my thumbnails and descriptions tomorrow, because I don't want to be on the computer right now. I finished one cuff of this one. I don't want to do the other cuff right now. It's just ribbing. It makes me crazy. So, and I'm watching PassioKnit Kelsie's vlog on my phone while I wait for YouTube videos to upload on my iPad. And then I will say the only thing I'm doing different on Kelsie's pattern is I chain 1 between my clusters on my granny clusters, and she does not. And when I first started, I watched a lot of her tutorials. When I first started crocheting, sorry, I did watch a lot of her tutorials, so I wasn't doing a chain 1 in the middle. But as I have done more and more plushies and my tension has gotten tighter and tighter, I like doing chain 1s because I feel like there's a better drape to it. So that's just me. But whether you do that or not, the patterns are still perfect and work up very easily. And it's really nice having the sizing figured out for you already. And like the arm length and stuff, like how many rows to go and how many rows to decrease. It's very nice. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping and keep working. I'm really excited to see if I have enough yarn to get these 2 halves done. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Okay, we have about, sorry. We have about 12 rows in. We have a few more to go for the medium size, but I will do that tomorrow. I am ready for bed, aka rotting and looking at my phone before I go to sleep. I will see you next. I will see you in a bit. Hello. Let's give you a little update. Oh look, I'm wearing purple. That's so funny. I didn't plan that. So here's what we have so far. we have this one completely done, a small cropped cardigan, ends woven, cuffs done. I can't try it on for you because I am not a small, but I think I am gonna have a friend try it on so I can do pictures, or I have like a half mannequin, if that makes sense. It's like the front half and it hangs. Anyways, I can always throw it on there. And then I worked this one until I was pretty much out of yarn. Like, I don't have enough yarn here to do another round. And I think I was about 2 or 3 rounds from the end where we would just connect the shoulders for this side. So once this skein ran out, it was like already used. I moved on to the full skein that I had, because I was hoping I could try to like do some color pooling and match up the ombres a little bit. This one is where I'm going to work the row where I attach the shoulders and then go down the arm. However, there is not enough. So my math calculations from just doing the small and doing math to like work up to the next size, I don't think it was correct. But the good news is I can order more of this. So I did. I got 2 more skeins from Amazon. They're coming on Thursday. And with 2 full more skeins, that means the whole cardigan can be done in ombre. I can do the cuffs, the ribbing, like not the cuffs, the 3 rows of single crochet border. I can do the back, and then I may even add length depending on how much yarn we have left, just so I use all of it up because I want no yarn left over. And then the even better news is once the medium is done and I see the weight difference from small to medium, then I think I can better project how much the future ones will weigh in yarn. Because PassioKnit Kelsie's pattern sizing is very nice and like symmetrical with how much it increases like per size. So I think that'll give me a better idea to extrapolate future larger sizes. Anyways, you get it. So I think for tonight I'm basically gonna work until my yarn is done on this one. Then I'll take a break from hexagon cardigans for a few days, wait for the shipment to come on Thursday, and I'll work on other stuff. So let's see if we can finish this up tonight. I got so much work done on this today. I was so happy. Plus finishing the cuffs for my other purple one. I did a craft and chat with my Discord group. So that was nice. I got like a solid 2 hours in while I was just hanging out on Discord and chatting. And then we sat here and watched the movie Misery, the 1990 film Misery with Kathy Bates. I had never seen it before, so we watched that. And so that was really nice. That's why I love doing hexagon cardigans, because I can watch and enjoy that movie and get it done at the same time, like mindlessly, and it just flies by. So very, very happy about that. When I figure out the math for how much I think the next size up will be, I have a buttload of this like Halloween colored yarn from Joann's. It's literally just like black and orange and maybe a little bit of like white in it. And it was a Joann specific brand. It was like Big Twist Living, maybe something like that. And it was like Halloween colors. I have a buttload of it. So once I figure out how, like, my guesstimates on weight per size, I want to use all of that yarn up and make a cardigan that I think will use all of it. And if I need to, I can do black cuffs and black single crochet border for that, since it's black and orange and Halloween themed. And that'll take a big chunk out of my storage bin. So that will be the next one I work on for sure. I really need to get rid of this yarn. But my dream would be to kind of make one of each size, like at least one hexagon cardigan of each size, and then have those to take to markets or just have on my website. So I'm really enjoying working on these. I realize that it is really hot in some places. Like it's been 90 degrees where I live. But other places it's still really cold, you know? And even living in California, I enjoy my hexagon cardigans. I have two, well, I have an octagon cardigan and then I have a hexagon cardigan. That's a lie. I have so many I love granny stitch. So I have so many granny stitch things, even if they're not hexagon cardigans. Anyways, I love all of them because they have the holes, right? So even on
Hold on, I'm just trying to finish this one again real fast. There we go.
Even on warm days, where I live, there's usually like a nice breeze, a good wind. So the holes really do good for like cooling me off and really nice. I really, really love it. So I'm going to keep working. And I will update you. I will update you before I go to bed. Okay, so I just finished this whole entire skein and I still have like 5.5 rows of the arm to do and then the decreasing. So definitely did not calculate my weight properly. I estimated that a medium, like half sleeve like this, should take 8.7 ounces, and this is already 10 and we're not done. So big gap there that I misjudged. I think I just did math wrong, which is fine. I still have quite a lot done on this, so it shouldn't take very long whenever I do get the purple ombre in the mail.
That was dual Kumbo.
Perfect. So yeah, this shouldn't take very long when I get the rest of the purple in the mail.
That might be me? Oh no, I'm not even near you.
I have 2 rows left of this, then we attach the shoulders to the sleeve. This sleeve is like over halfway done, or right at about halfway. Then the cuffs and the single crochet border, so we're looking good. 2 hexagon cardigans like this early in the week is making me feel very good. I think I can definitely get a 3rd one done before this filming is over. It is late, so I'm going to go lay in my bed and finish listening to the Hunger Games Mockingjay. And I will catch up with you in a second when we get our yarn. Okay, I found some yarn. Make some more hexagon cardigans. I'm pretty sure with this I can make a medium. This is some of the Halloween yarn I was talking about. It's Big Twisted Value, not living. I do have half of a sweater made out of this that I could frog if I do need more to finish a medium. Then I found this, which is like ancient yarn that someone sent to me because I didn't want them to throw it away or donate it. This is really, really old Caron Simply Soft. And I happen to have a Caron Jumbo Cake in the same pastel vibes, but it's not Simply Soft. But I think for a hexagon cardigan, they'll be fine. As long as I work evenly with them. Maybe like every other row or something. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm pretty sure this is enough to make a small, but I'm gonna weigh my current small cardigan to make sure. Okay, I just did some weighing. All of these are completely full. This is exactly 15 ounces. Also, this is called Baby Brights. This one is called Baby Rainbow, so basically the same. This thing weighs 18 ounces, maybe 19. I only have 9 ounces of this, which means I must have used it on something else because it was started as 12, or maybe it was my grandma's. I don't know. I don't remember buying this, but you never know. So anyways, I'm thinking I have enough of this to do everything except for the cuffs and maybe connecting it and like the border, which I can use this for. I might need this for like the last row or two of the sleeves, but otherwise I should be able to make a small out of this, which I think will be cute. So I think I'm gonna start on that and see if I can whip that out before I get the purple to finish that medium. And then once I finish the medium and I have like an official weight of the medium, then I'll know for sure if I have enough of this. I also have a black and orange big twist value, and I have like 11 skeins of that, so I'll be able to make a really large size with that one. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, this is how far I got done. I'm actually almost halfway. It looks like way too small though. I don't know if the yarn is just smaller, but it looks like very small, like smaller than the small. I'm on the last row, and then after this row I connect the shoulders and start the sleeves. Yeah. Basically I listened to my last hour and 40 minutes of the Mockingjay book, the final book in like the Hunger Games series. So that pretty much ruined my night because it's really depressing. But I got a lot done in an hour and 40 minutes, so that's cool. I don't think I can finish this row tonight. I think I should probably give my hands a rest. So I think this is probably where I'll stop. But this is really soft yarn. Like, I really like it. It's definitely softer than like some of the Red Heart that I've been using. Maybe I am a Karen Simply Soft fan. I don't know. Okay, I will check in with you. Also, aren't these colors gorgeous? It's like perfect Easter vibes. It's a repeating pattern of like purple, blue, pink, yellow, white. Okay, so it's very dark in my house because it's so hot outside. But this morning / right after I got off of work today, I was able to finish up that first skein of this like Karen Simply Soft. And I got to the point just where I would start connecting the shoulder at the top. And so now I am working on the second half because I want to work through like both skeins to make sure that it's evenly used with this Simply Soft. So that's that. I feel like it is small. Like, I'll compare it at the end to the purple one that I made, but I feel like it's smaller. I don't know. We're gonna keep working and trying to stay cool. I'm sitting in a different spot because the air conditioner blows over here, so. Alright. I was trying to Google and see how old this is because there's no date on it. But I guess according to Google, if it's from like the 80s or before, it's not gonna have like the cool numbers on it because apparently that's from the Craft Yarn Council, is when they would put a big like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and this just says 4-ply. And then also it said that it's like pre-80s if there's no length. It just gives you the weight, and then it tells you like the gauge, like how many inches per stitch in row depending on the needle. So then you would have to do math to find out the length of this, I guess, which is crazy. So there you go. It's probably pretty darn old. I wonder if there was something in the label if I took it off and read the inside. Let's see. Ooh, there's a lot in here. Oh, there's a pattern. Twisted cable afghan. I guess that's what's on the front. Is there like a copyright date for this? 1997 is the copyright date for the pattern. Okay, so maybe it's not pre-80s, but it looks like it's somewhere between 1997 and 2004. Because according to the internet never lies. JK. According to the internet, 2004 is when Craft Yarn Council came out with their yarn weight numbers to put on yarn labels. Well, there you go. Now we know. It's nearly 20 years old. Still getting great use out of it. Okay, I got my other half done, but for some reason I was able to connect all the way down the shoulder seam and still have some left over with this half. But for this half I only got these like 2 clusters down the shoulder, and then I ran out. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm just gonna try to work them evenly with my last skein, adding this and then down the sleeve. So we'll see how far we get tonight. I also did get my ombre in for the medium, like purple ombre one I'm making, so we can also work on that later as well. Let's go! Okay, I don't know if I caught up with you last night before I went to bed, but I've been working on this one, getting the sleeves done. I'm working from both ends of the yarn to make sure I use it evenly. So I think I'm about halfway through the sleeves on one half, and then I was working on this one, so I need to get this one caught up. Okay, so then I was working on the purple so that I could weigh it, and I got this half completely done and started on the cuff. And I was able to weigh it, that way I can kind of hopefully estimate the weight of larger sizes as well. So half of a small weighed 7.7 ounces, half of a medium was 11.1 ounces. So we'll see. We'll do math later for that, but that's where we're at. I'm wondering if it's possible to finish both of these today. I don't know. That seems a bit ambitious, but we shall see, because I don't have to work tomorrow, so I can stay up later. Maybe I can get them done. Maybe. I'll keep you updated, but I think I'm going to try to finish up at least these sleeves first and use up the rest of this 1997 yarn and then go from there. Okay. Alright, both halves are done, and I still have quite a bit left of this skein, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe this yarn's weird. I don't know, man, but both halves are done. They need cuffs, and I'm thinking I might have enough of this yarn to do the cuffs, especially if I shorten them. In Kelsie's pattern, she does like a chain of 13, and I usually don't do cuffs that long, so I'm thinking of just doing like 6 or 7. Do a shorter cuff, and then I think that would use this up completely, and then all I would have left is this to add the back, add the length, and do the single crochet border. So we'll see. Also, the yarn was dyed so perfectly that it became a spiral on both sleeves. Isn't that crazy? Spiral. Anyways, it's kind of satisfying, but let me get some cuffs done. Okay, so yesterday my hope was to get both cardigans done, and that did not happen, but I did completely finish this one. And now that it's like sunlight out and you can actually see, like, it's very cute and giving like rainbow bright. I'm obsessed. Okay, and then I did completely finish one half of this cardigan, cuff and all. And then this one is still not in the connected state. So we have to keep going around a couple rounds, connect the shoulders, do the sleeve, all of that for this one. Then this will be done. It's far too ambitious to say I was going to get both done last night. So I am going to head to my friend's house today, and I am going to take my yarn with me so that I can finish the purple one while I'm at her house. The only bummer with this one is that there's like hella yarn left. I was hoping to use all of this up based on the weight from like my first one. And I think it's just that this yarn that was really old wasn't as like dense as the Red Heart, so it didn't use up as much. But I think there's enough of this for me to double strand and knit a beanie, so that'll probably be the plan with this one. It's just double strand this and knit a beanie. Also, the only thing I used that newer skein for is the single crochet border and to extend the back and the bottom length. So you can kind of tell once I point it out to you, like where the newer skein starts, which is right here. You can see the colors change a lot faster This older yarn, it was like one whole cluster was a color. Whenever we get into the newer yarn, the colors change so much quicker that every cluster is like multicolored. But overall, it was a great match. Super happy with it. Okay, and then I just wanted to show you, like, I am a loud, proud, like, this is a 2X t-shirt. I'm like an extra large to a 2X girly. But these hexagon cardigans are very forgiving because I can technically get this on even though it's really small. So the arms and everything do fit very nice. It's just this part is small, right? But even though this is a size small, it could definitely fit. So even though this is a small and I am a double XL lady, it can still technically go on. They're very forgiving. You could be probably a large person and this would be a snug fit. If you are a small person, this might feel a little bit oversized. So that is the vibe, but I'm obsessed. I feel like Rainbow Bright. Okay. All right, we are doing the last little bit on this purple hexagon cardigan, and then we'll call it a day. Yesterday I did get a lot done with it. I did have to finish up the cuffs today, like one of the cuffs, and then I had to finish connecting them in the back, adding the back rows and stuff. I did not use up the entire skein of purple like I wanted to, mainly because I just wanted to finish this. And there's too much yarn. Like, I can't just add length and use up all the yarn. There's just too much. So I'm kind of bummed that I have all this yarn left over now when I was trying to get rid of yarn. But it's fine. I still have less than what I started with. And I will find something to make it out of. I was thinking after I work through like a lot of hexagon or octagon cardigans, then I can do like another scrappy 6-day star blanket. I did one last year and there is a vlog on my channel for that. So I was thinking I could make another one. Maybe. We'll see. But this is getting stitched up. And I do think I would like to make an octagon shirt / cardigan. I need to revisit the pattern, and see how much yarn I used in the past, because I've made 2 of them. And then I also know that the creator of the octagon shirt has updated their pattern on their website, so I might look at the updated version, maybe even buy that before I make one. But I feel like that would be a fun change, but still mindless. It's still granny stitch. You just do octagon instead of hexagon, and it kind of all becomes one shirt at the end. So we'll see. Here's the final look of our cardigans. This one's a small and it's cropped, no length added to the bottom. I am clearly not a size small, but I'm just gonna try it on for you so you get the idea. All right. Can't really see down. Let me see. There we go. A little better. Boom. Boom. You get it. The sleeves and the arms and the sleeve length is like perfect and very comfy. We already saw this one on, but we'll do it again just to compare.
Why?
This one definitely feels lighter. Like I said, I think this yarn density is just lower than Red Heart since it's like a Karen. Okay, but still these arms are like perfect. And this one I did add a little bit of length, but you can't really tell just because this yarn is like a little bit smaller. I did add 3 rows to the bottom. So not least, this purple ombre medium. This one I did add length as well. I added 3 rows to the bottom.
You finished that right now? You just finished it?
Yeah, I just finished it. This one I could probably actually wear. And it would just be a snug fit.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10?
Yeah.
You don't like this one as much?
Actually, I do.
Oh, okay. Which one's your favorite?
100 out of 10.
Oh my goodness, 100 out of 10. So yeah, this one I could probably wear pretty comfortably.
Oh.
It hits
That's
me
my
like,
favorite colors.
yeah, it hits me like right at the hip.
What?
And I think if it was just one size larger, then it would actually close in the
Oh.
front, but this would just sit open. So these sleeves are a little bit baggier since it's a medium, but the cuffs still fit the
That's kinda
same.
great.
The length is still perfect.
I want to pretend I was now.
Okay, so these will be available on my website. Maybe we should do a thumbnail real quick. Okay, these three will be on my website. You can buy them. I'll post them there for you.
Mom.
Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I'll definitely be making more, so keep your eye out for part 2. Or maybe we'll do octagon shirts next. Yeah, I like that. Let's do octagon shirts next. See you next time. Bye, bye, bye.